Alrighty, what is going on, guys? My name is Skinny Bone Jones. Welcome to my 2015 Royal Rumble pay-per-view review. It has been quite some time since I've done a pay-per-view review, and let me say, before the pay-per-view itself started, I was really excited to be doing a review afterwards, but here I am, 8 minutes after the pay-per-view has ended, and I am pretty disappointed. But you'll see why I'm disappointed after I review the Royal Rumble 2015 pay-per-view. So, to sum up the pay-per-view for you, it was tag team match, then another tag team match, triple threat match, and then the big match, the Royal Rumble match. Yep, that's it. So, let's start things off with the New Age Outlaws versus the Road Warriors. Sorry, the Ascension is what I meant to say. Billy he starts off, he knocks Victor down. Road Dogg shoves him into the opposite corner. But Connor makes the tag, hits him from behind. Road Dogg comes back with some jabs and then an elbow for 2. Then Connor shoves him into the turnbuckle and Victor connects with some punches off the tag. Connor then gets back in and taunts Road Dogg before he applies a headlock. Then he goes for a side suplex, but Road Dogg shifts and lands on him. Connor then goes to strike him, but Road Dogg ducks and makes the tag. Then Billy runs in and hits a tilt-a-whirl slam before he sets up for a famouser. Victor ducks, Connor makes the blind tag, and they connect with Fall of Man for the win. Now, in my opinion, I thought this was really good for an opening tag team match, but I did wish it got an extra minute or two. I thought it was kind of in between. It's either they could have taken off a couple minutes, and making it be a total squash match, just totally putting the Ascension over, or give it a couple more minutes and make it, a decent tag team match. The Ascension, though, nonetheless, finally got a credible win, and the Outlaws, I gotta say, after putting on that match, they look better than ever. It was at this point in the pay-per-view that I had high hopes. A lot of people on Twitter, I was checking things out, they were super disappointed after the first match, just were so negative, but I gotta tell you, I was super positive. I thought the other 2 tag team matches, the triple threat match and the Royal Rumble match, could be so good. I was so looking forward to everything else. So if I had to give that tag team, the opening contest, a rating, it would probably be a 6 out of 10, I would say, for an opening contest. Then we have a Triple H and Stephanie McMahon backstage segment about Sting, saying, "This is not WCW, this is the House of McMahon." Then Triple H, says, "If Sting takes a step in the building, he will take care of him personally." We don't see Sting at all. Paul Heyman walks in and said they didn't like John Cena as their champion, so his client, Brock Lesnar, took care of things. He doesn't necessarily like the triple threat, but he has a solution, and that's his client, Brock Lesnar. Heyman also says they have a problem with Sting. His solution is Brock Lesnar. The next tag team match was for the tag team championship. It was Damien Sandow, or Mizdow, and The Miz taking on the new champs, the Usos. Miz starts off hitting Jimmy a few times before heading up top. Then Jimmy crotches Miz on the turnbuckles and we get a few mime moves from Sandow. Jimmy runs at Miz, gets launched throat first into the middle rope. Then Miz applies a side headlock before Jimmy breaks it. Miz gets knocked outside. Jimmy goes for the dive, but Miz uses Mizdow as a guard before he clotheslines him. Jay dives on him, goes for a top rope splash, but Miz sidesteps, connects with the skull-crushing finale for a 2. Jay knocks Miz down, hits the top rope splash, but Sandow breaks it up and hits a skull-crushing finale of his own, setting up Miz to make the pin. Miz gets a 2 count before heading up top, then Jay knocks him down before kicking Sandow in the face when he tries to interfere. Jimmy runs in, Miz not realizing who the legal man is, knocks Miz down and slams him, then he heads up top and splashes him for the win. So still, your WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Again, we're 2 matches in, it's about 5:30 my time, Pacific time. Not too bad. I'm still kind of looking forward. I'm like, okay, not too bad of a tag team match. Really sets up a Miz and Mizdow split, which is something I'm looking forward to, because Mizdow is so over with the crowd, man. They just got to capitalize on that. So if I were to give that match a rating, it would probably be maybe between a 5.5 and a 6.5. Same sort of thing as the Ascension match. Really good in terms of storyline building for future, for WrestleMania and post-WrestleMania. We had the final tag team match of the night. It was the Bella Twins. Yes, they're back together, if you haven't been watching. versus Paige and Natalya. Brie starts things off throwing a few punches before Natty backs her into the corner and tags out. Then she assists Paige with a double suplex before Paige makes a seductive cover for 2. That's a total Divas thing. Paige hits her on the apron and knees Brie a few times. Then Brie comes back with some strikes and whips Natty into the ropes. Brie knees Natty in the face and gets a 2 count, and then Natty comes back with a few strikes in the corner. Nikki makes the tag and elbows Natty a few times. Then she taunts Paige before Natty ducks a clothesline and goes for the tag. Natty reaches, but Brie pulls Paige off the apron. Nikki blasts Natty with the running forearm shot for the win. Not even a rack attack. This is when my mind started to turn the other way, sort of to that disappointment. I still want to know why the Bellas reunited in the first place. This was the perfect time for them to have Brie just finally, have Brie pretending that she's still with her sister Nikki, and then finally turn on her. Then we'll get Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella again for the Divas Championship. I think that could actually work. I do gotta say, they look good in those green attires, and even though it wasn't a rack attack that finished off the match, I still gotta say it was a nice forearm by Nikki. Moving along, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. This should have ended the night, and you will see why. It was John Cena versus Seth Rollins, Mr. Money in the Bank, versus the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Brock Lesnar. Brock connects with a few German suplexes early on, then Mercury and Noble try to run in, but Brock drops them both with suplexes. Double German, that was pretty cool. Brock hits Lesnar and Cena with another few rounds of suplexes, then Cena charges, but Brock catches him in a Kimura. Cena tries to lift him, but Rollins dives in and knees both of them. Then Rollins kicks Brock in the legs a few times before Cena hits a surprise AA. Rollins throws Cena out, tries to make the cover, but Brock kicks out at 1 before he throws both opponents out of the ring. Rollins runs and kicks Brock into the steps, then he runs from Cena before Cena catches him and connects with a side slam and some shoulder tackles. Cena sets up for the 5-knuckle shuffle, but Brock runs in and hits 2 German suplexes. Then Rollins kicks Brock in the face and knees him out of the ring. Cena slams Rollins on the mat and gets 2. Then Cena tries to knock Brock down twice before Brock throws him outside and Rollins dives back inside. Brock catches him midair, connects with the F5, but Cena breaks it up and Lesnar drops him with another German suplex before he takes the commentary table apart. Cena comes back with a surprise AA, but Brock kicks out. Then Cena hits 2 more AAs, one on top of another, and Brock still managed to kick out. Rollins runs in and gets Brock with the curb stomp for 2. Then Brock rolls outside, so Cena whips Brock through the barricade before sending him into the steps. Cena cracks Brock in the head with the steps, then Brock is laid up across the commentary table. Rollins goes up top, hits the elbow drop that sends both Brock and Rollins through the table. Brock is taking a lot of damage at this point. Rollins rushes Cena in the corner. Cena counters with an AA attempt, but Rollins floats over before Cena slams him on the mat with a sit-out powerbomb for a 2. Cena takes Rollins up top, but Rollins counters with a buckle bomb. Then Cena goes for a quick STF before Mercury and Noble run in to break it up. They attack Cena as Brock is assisted onto a stretcher by EMTs, because that totally makes Brock look like a strong champion, right? Then Cena backdrops Rollins outside before he AAs both Mercury and Noble at the same time. Hashtag WWE 2K15. Rollins tries to run back in with the briefcase, but Cena hits another AA for 2. Then he goes for 1 more, but Rollins catches him with an enziguri and a curb stomp for 2. Rollins can't believe it, heads up top, hits a corkscrew 450 splash, but Brock runs in and drops both of them with the German suplex. Rollins sold that suplex like a boss. Brock goes for another German, but Rollins blasts him with the briefcase twice. Then Rollins goes for the curb stomp on top of the briefcase. Brock gets up really fast, catches him with the F5 for the 1, 2, and 3. So still, your WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Brock Lesnar. Now, I didn't care who won the damn match, in all honesty, after Brock kicked out of those 3 attitude adjustments and then a curb stomp. I marked out at that point. Okay, well, seriously, I'm really happy that Brock won, and I thought he would, but wow. They made him look like an even bigger badass. He kicked out of everything. He went through the barricade, through the announce table, curb stomp. Cena looks credible, like usual, but Rollins comes out looking like the biggest star here, and that says a lot, even if he lost the match. Awesome match, worth watching again. That was the highlight of the pay-per-view, and I really thought that would have been a great way to close the show. Because it seems at this point, as you'll see where I'm going with the next match, the main event, Brock might actually be turning into somewhat of a face. But if I had to give that a rating, that would probably be an 8.5 or maybe even a 9.5 out of 10. And that was an epic triple threat match. One of the better triple threat matches I've seen. And then it's time, with about an hour and a half left of the pay-per-view to go, or an hour and 20 minutes left to go. It's the Royal Rumble match. The winner gets a WWE World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania 31 in my home state of California at the new Levi's Stadium. Miz and R-Truth start out in numbers 1 and 2 respectively, and they trade a few strikes before Miz hip tosses Truth on the apron and crotches him on the ropes. Entry number 3, Bubba Ray Dudley rushes in and clotheslines Miz a few times before backdropping him. Bubba jabs him a few times, elbows him, then sets up What's Up, and Truth connects with it from the top rope, kind of taking the place of Devon there. Bubba says, Truth, get the tables, and the crowd loses it. Then Miz gets caught with the Dudley death drop by the two of them, and Miz gets tossed outside. Truth drop kicks Bubba before Luke Harper enters, then Bubba sends Truth outside before Bubba and Harper slug it out. Harper kicks Bubba right in the face before Bubba clotheslines him, then he misses an elbow drop as Bray Wyatt enters at number 5, and they attack Bubba Ray together. Wyatt family reunion. Bubba gets set outside as Curtis Axel, number 6, makes his way out, but Eric Rowan attacks him on the ramp and runs in the ring. Yeah, I don't know. Rowan and Harper seem to align. They look at each other with the whole Wyatt family reunion thing before Bray and Harper target Rowan, but Rowan splashes them both in the corner before Bray dumps them both over the ropes. Boogeyman is the next entry at number 7, I want to say. And he and Bray try to psych each other out, the Eater of Worlds versus the Eater of Worms, before Boogeyman charges and Bray sends him outside. Sin Cara comes in at number 8 and Bray hits him coming off the ropes, hits Sister Abigail, and then throws Cara over the ropes before calling everyone out. Yeah, that was, it's at this point in the match when I'm confused. They're trying to make Bray Wyatt look strong, most likely for The Undertaker, but I really, think some of these opponents should at least have a little bit more of a showing in the match. Number 9 was, we had Boogeyman, Sin Cara, and number 9 is none other than Long Island IC, Zack Ryder. Comes in, gets thrown out. It was less than a minute. I can bet you that. Number 10 is none other than Daniel Bryan. The guest chants are going crazy. All of that good stuff. DDP, Fandango. Yeah, DDP. Yo, it's me. It's DDP. And then Fandango and Stardust all come in. And Bray and Rusev take care of them. Then Daniel Bryan runs in and kicks them both a few times before Rusev backdrops Bryan on the apron. Bray tackles Bryan off the apron and eliminates him. Yes, Bray Wyatt eliminated Daniel Bryan quite early on in the match. Mistake number 1. Then Goldust runs in and dukes it out with Stardust before Kofi Kingston makes his way in. Kofi connects a few drop kicks before Adam Rose enters at number 18. In Jed's World, you can go follow him on Twitter. I was in his Royal Rumble pool, and my number was 18. Number 18 was Adam Rose. He lasted less than a minute. Then, though, Kofi gets thrown onto the Rosebuds. Kofi's cool little Royal Rumble spot, which wasn't even that cool. And then they send Kofi back onto the apron as Adam Rose gets eliminated. Hollywood Adam Rose. I really like that attire. Rusev ends up kicking Kofi off the apron. Waste of a save. Then Roman Reigns enters at number 19. John Cena's number in 2013. taboos, by the way, if I didn't mention, and he immediately gets attacked by Goldust and Stardust. Reigns hits Stardust with a Samoan drop before eliminating them both. Then Reigns hits Rusev and Wyatt as Big E enters. E connects with a few strikes and tries to fight as Mizdow makes his way out at number 21. Then Miz comes out, says he's taking Mizdow's spot, and Miz gets knocked outside. Mizdow runs in the ring, the crowd's cheering, and connects with some strikes, but Rusev throws him outside as Jack Swagger makes his way out for number 22. Swagger knocks Rusev down and hits a Swagger bomb. Then Bray comes in and hits Swagger before Rusev joins in. Ryback enters and immediately hits Rusev with a spinebuster. Then he connects with a meat hook, but Rusev holds the rope so Ryback stomps him. Kane enters the match and hits Ryback and Rusev. Then Bray splashes Reigns and E tries to send Swagger outside. Dean Ambrose runs in and unloads on Bray, Rusev, and Kane. Then Titus O'Neil enters and immediately gets sent outside. Bad News Barrett enters and goes right after Ambrose. Then everyone chooses a corner and tries for elimination before Cesaro entered the match. No one thought he was going to. I remember reading that on Twitter. Cesaro unloads with several uppercuts before he tries to eliminate Ambrose. Then Rusev kicks him in the face and drop kicks him to eliminate him. Big Show makes his way out and everyone gangs up on him as soon as he gets in the ring. Show gains some steam and chokeslams Reigns. Then he assists Kane by eliminating Ryback before they send Swagger outside. Show and Kane trade off with chops to Cesaro. Then Dolph Ziggler comes in at number 30. He runs in and hits an immediate DDT. Wade gets tossed out before Cesaro catches Dolph with a swing. Then they trade punches before Dolph superkicks Cesaro off the apron. Kane tries to shove Dolph back, but Dolph snaps Kane's head on the ropes. Heads up top, but Show knocks him out on the way down. And he assists Kane with the elimination. Another mistake. Kane and Show assist with another elimination. Then they chokeslam Reigns and taunt him, but The Rock runs out and takes Show and Kane down before he connects with the People's Elbow on Kane. They think the match is over, but what the WWE Universe knows is that Rusev has not been eliminated. He runs in and tries to eliminate Reigns, but Reigns spears him and tosses him outside to win. So your winner of the 2015 Royal Rumble match is none other than Roman Reigns. In all honesty, I gotta give some props to the guy. He's a cool guy. He needs a lot of work, though, before main eventing WrestleMania. He needs to work on his mic skills, add some more moves to his moveset, be more of a spot guy. It can't put on matches longer than 10 minutes. Even in 2K15, I got a couple good stories about that one. So I want to know your guys' thoughts on Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. Are you excited? Do you think Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar is what we've been calling all along? Leave me a comment what your thoughts on the entire pay-per-view was. If I had to give the Royal Rumble match itself a rating, that's probably going to be a 3 out of 10. There were a lot of mistakes made in that match. A lot of mistakes. You can go watch it for yourself on the WWE Network for $9.99, as the New Age Outlaws so gracefully plugged for us on the pre-show. So, with that, make sure to comment your thoughts. I've said multiple times already, like the video for more pay-per-view reviews. Should I keep bringing these back? Subscribe if you are not subscribed already. And with that, I'm Skinny Bone Jones, signing out.